Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. Let's get this overlay out of here. What's up, everybody? Welcome. We are finally here, episode 10. The series hit 2 digits, but in the span of a month's time. I apologize. If you don't know if this is your first time watching, then no worries. But if you are a regular, like shout out to my boys, Reasons I'm Broke, Take It or Leave It, Aries, Brain Slush TV, Ilblurred Matic, Ari, and a bunch of you, South Cali guy, people who roll through, regulars, Hitomi, so many of you, I appreciate you supporting me. I hope you still do. I think you will, but I don't know if anyone will show up today because I've been postponing. I even changed the thumbnail because I don't know. It's just life's been lifing, and I've been working, making my film, finishing it. Well, I called it film. When I had to shoot a little short music video, I called that a film. When I had to shoot an episode, I called it a film. I don't know. Everything I do is like a film to me. But anyways, this is a web series that's going to debut on one of my channels affiliated with this one. It's all under one umbrella, you see. And it's a lot of work because I'm funding the whole thing. It's been a project since 2018, shooting wise. But this year I finish it, and I'm finishing my final cut, and it's been quite the task. I mean, I've done this before, but on this scale and this level of importance. And, I rewatched some of my shots, and then I hate them, I love them, I go through all these phases. I don't know, it's just too much inside the tank here and in the fuel here. Anyways, here's my favorite Superman shirt of all time. As a cape, I get attached to it too. That's why it's got these little Velcro kind of thing going on. But uh, let's talk about the episode. This is Drawing with Kojay, where I get to draw and you get to chill and hang out with me and all that stuff. My spiel about apologizing was because I wanted to do this weekly on Thursdays. Some came up Thursday, I couldn't do it. Then the assaults in Huzza got worse and worse. And I was trying to keep up with that and do something. I'm trying to work. I just got overwhelmed and I just spiritually, emotionally crashed. And I was just tired the whole time. It's hard when you're advocating for your own government to stop taking part in killing people. I had no idea that would be the stance I'm making. And this is still a great country, beautiful country. It's built on a lot of good um, ideals. It's also built from violence, theft, and pillaging as well. Things I thought were a thing of the past, And I'm not going to get too preachy here because we got to get some drawing to do. But this is important with what I'm going to be doing with today's drawing session. And going forward, I want to keep speaking from the heart, especially on my channel since it's purely 100% me. I mean, it's 100% me when I'm on fellow channels like the Bat channel. Like and subscribe to them. Retro Nerd Girl, like and subscribe to her. Um, where we focus on the topic at hand. I'm not trying to preach and do my own stuff. I have my own channel for that. That's why you're here, right? Um, I just didn't think we'd. Things are really ugly right now, and I feel like I need to contribute more into. I mean, escapism is very important to degrees, But I think if there's too much escapism, you lose sense of reality. You get far from what matters. And if we're supposed to be taking the time to appreciate art, I feel like art isn't escapism where you're just trying to not care, because caring takes effort. You know what I mean? Not caring doesn't take any effort. And some may argue that, but from my experience, that's the case. Like, you really have to go out of your comfort zone and accept certain things, even though they shake what you thought was cool or safe or trustworthy, you know? Because how else is change going to happen? So today's art. So I was looking to finish coloring her. We were going to do the designs inside of this luchador we came up with. Been so long, huh? Since this is like one of the first episodes, episode 2, that this character and drawing was born. But I'm not going to give up on it. Just maybe I'll color her off screen. You guys let me know if you want to see me color the rest of her. Actually, I should. Everything I'm finishing that piece was all on this show, so I think I should keep that going. But anyways, I want to start dabbling into, I guess, what they say, political cartoons. Um, that's my phone too. If I could get extra cameras, that'd be cool, but I don't have a lot of money. Powerful art. I heard, and I know this quote: powerful art can bring about positive change. Something like that. It's from director Zack Snyder. Uh, I think I want to try doing that. So today's episode, we're going to try figuring out how I'm going to go about political cartoons. But I don't like the word political though. As people are using weird stigmas to use politics as a thing we should ignore, avoid talking about. But if we ignore talking about important topics, that protects the people who are using those, uh, who are using politics to hurt people, you know? And if we don't talk about it, we avoid the whole matter. We avoid all the details about that. And then the bad people get to get away with it. I don't like that. You know what I mean? The older I get, the more things are important, the more precious life is, you know, when I look back. And then hurting people is wrong, man. What's the point? So I'm going to be drawing some Superman today, tonight. And have this vision of him stopping a missile that's going to hurt a lot of people. A specific kind of missile, if we get that far, we go into it. But I think we should warm up. So, warming up with my favorite thing to do, which is draw the Superman emblem. So, whoosh, we get here. Now, you probably noticed that, whoa, did you see the focus on that thing? Check it out. It had this little grid thing. Let's go back to it. Whoosh. Oh, look at that grid. And it goes back. Interesting. Let me get rid of the picture in the background for AEW Revolution. I was there with my boys. Such a good time. I love that picture. But it's a bit distracting. There we go. So we could just focus our eyes on the art, and we'll do some background music. I know it's the same repetitive ones. I'm gonna try and switch it up, you know. Um let's try this lo-fi track. I think I like it. Hey. Like so let's adjust this so y'all can see more. I know I'm not drawing on anything fancy like a tablet. One day I would like to, because the cool thing about tablet is you can do more effects with colors and lines, and it's so fresh and clean, and you could probably fill a space in like a second, where it would take me probably 5 minutes to finish coloring. As if I don't have to go over it again. Alright, that's kind of alright. Let's see where the hand is. Oh, we got the whole page in here. Nice. Let's begin. So my favorite thing is drawing the House of L emblem. Usually I just draw it with pen in one go. Trying to see if I could turn it into like signature not reflection. What is it? Reflex style drawing. That'd be kind of cool. By the way, my channel stands in solidarity with the Palestinian people. Free Palestine. Why? Because after everything I learned, which you can learn too, equal rights and freedom will solve the problem of apartheid and the violence that's at hand for 76 years. Can you believe that? Alright, the thing about the Superman symbol is the emblem. The lines, I think that's about center. We'll see. I feel like doing a little scratchy stuff here. How y'all doing tonight, by the way, or today? If you're watching a replay, I really appreciate you. Like and subscribe, you know? Like and subscribe! Help me out. I appreciate it. Do you ever go on social media and you get all these ads of how to make money real fast? And they say, take my workshop, I'm going to show you 3 simple stuff. It's not guaranteed, or it's guaranteed. You know, I hear that. I'm like, man, if it's so easy to make money, what am I doing wrong in my life? So I always think there's something more to it than that, you know? Alright, there's this weird swoop action going on here. Now, another way to draw the S is to see what it looks like. You draw the whole shape. Now, I like to mix the Man of Steel logo with so I'm delirious. I need my rest. Man of Steel. Oh, I'm not even liking it already. With how the traditional one looks in the comics, not even the Christopher Reeve one. That one's slightly altered, like the one from Silver Age. Like sometimes they take different artists take different liberties with the Superman logo. Some are easier, some are simpler, some are just trying to get it right, you know? It depends on the storyteller. I have to take a break from like DC. Marvel I already took a break from a while ago. Cause I was being a Marvel fan before it was cool. 1997, I was rocking Iron Man shirts, and people were like, who the hell is that? That's stupid. Now you see Iron Man decals on pickup trucks and all that, you know? It's like, get out of here with that. You can't fool me. I know who really cared. Me. But then I dipped out Marvel around mid-2000s, because I felt like it got a little repetitive, at least on my end. I mean, the Deadpool got his own title. His own series, which is great. It was going somewhere cool, but with this other mercenary named T-Ray, he seemed very dangerous. And it looked like he was designed to be a Deadpool villain. So it was an original Deadpool villain from his own rogues gallery. I was like, cool, let's do that. But it kind of took a turn and was kind of anticlimactic. I was expecting a big battle between him, but it didn't go down. Then after that, it just seemed like Deadpool was whatever Marvel Comics needed him to be. Like, he even joined Avengers at some point, you know? I remember reading a comic of him, Wolverine, and Captain America. I was like, hey, Captain America's hanging out with the X-Men. Alright, I could go in and define it with the pen, but I'd rather do that now. You might see some. What is this? Hawaii Specialty Pharmacy. At work, we get all these pens from the reps. So hey, free pen, right? Free artwork, free art utensil for your boy Kojay. I see y'all watching or lurking. I appreciate you. Thank you for cruising by. I didn't put when I was gonna be on. I mean, I said 7. Started 2 hours later. I don't know. I'm just struggling. Because when I stay up late working, trying to get this stuff done, man, I get tired, and then it affects me later. Don't let the cute looks fool ya. Actually, you can see the gray in my beard. My beard. I'm pretty old. That's it. Old. I'm pretty gold, baby. Timeless. Aim to be timeless. You never grow old. That's how I feel. Spend time with stuff that's timeless, you know? Keep up with stuff that's new. So I like video games and pro wrestling, you know? Firstly, it's easy to enjoy because you're just there. You don't have to go to club, spend gas money, then parking, then entry into the club. You gotta buy drinks. Or you don't, and just go thirsty all night. Even water they charge you, you know what I'm saying? Ah, crazy. The very first episode I started drawing on my channel, it was this emblem. It wasn't really a good one either. I mean, it was okay, but... Look, see, that's even lopsided. I don't like it. Hey, this is warm-up. Chill out, Kojay. We're gonna make it work, though. See, I made the center point here. I didn't even commit to it right here. The center point is like right there. Where was I going? This needs to be here. Actually, we can fix it. Let's do it. Kind of. Oh, now it looks all super scratchy and all that. It's okay. We can just make it scratchy everywhere else. Man, that was a sneeze. I'm glad I spared you from that. She's thinking about me. Is that why I sneezed? Beautiful girl. Yeah, I'm working on getting new background music. I'm trying to get some stuff from video games, because video games are mostly royalty free and they're kind of fun. And I'm not the only one who does that. Look at a lot of travel videos or vlogs. You will hear the Nintendo Wii music used a lot in the backgrounds. A lot. So don't come at me with that nonsense. Not all game music. I was streaming some Monster Hunter and I would always get copyright music strike. And I was always like complain about it. I was like, yo, why am I getting these strikes, you know? I'm just freaking playing the game like so and so and so and so and so and so. Then they remove it. Then I do it again and it comes up again. Like, oh, really? I just don't want to play anymore. Alright, I learned a new thing while doing the series. There's a little curve here. This has to be a nice sharp chow. There we go. Now the rule I do here, however thick this is, that's how thick this side should be. And that's going to determine. Yes. A little too thick here. I don't know, do you like it thick or do you like it thin for that? Experienced ladies who felt love would be like, that's how you use it. So we're using it correctly. I already don't like that swoop. I didn't do it well. We're gonna make this curve a little bit more. All the way down, all the way down, all the way down. Usually I do this part first. This time I didn't. I mean, it might be good. We'll see. I'll pick a different track just to switch it up. I don't like what's going on here. This is horrible. No, I don't like I'm a badass tonight, man. I'm just gonna go quick because I'm not liking it anymore. Yeah, see, this is too... Ooh, this should have been higher. Like around here. Yeah. Should have been up there. Booger. And this part, go up here, go around. And my favorite part goes a little curve here. Whoa! Alright, that's pretty horrible. I mean, it's not bad. No, it's horrible. That is a horrible ass. I put this on stream, ladies and gentlemen. This one's better. The one I did at work. Look at that. A little bit better. I still see the same problems. You know, I think I like better here. This part. Oh, shoot. You can't even see. All right. Yeah, so this part here is horrible. It's just a little point there. I could use more space here, but I can still see I have the same habit there. But this area for this symbol is really nice. I like that. This is too thick. I don't like that. That's too corny. I was trying to focus on this rule too much. I threw off everything else in proportion, I feel. This part here is very nice and smooth, but this is a little too thick. This is closer to it, so... this is the best part, and yeah, that's the best part of the whole thing. So that's our little warm-up. Let's just try and do one with pen. So you see, meaning no sketch. I just draw a straight line. See how we do it. Can you see here? Oh yeah, you can see the whole paper. Do it sideways because my brain is sideways apparently. Here you go, do my others. Oops. Yep, I already screwed it up. Ah! I can't do it! Maybe it's the angle. You know, just draw it right now. Sometimes it helps to have it figured that you draw it on, but what I like about the Man of Steel symbol is like it reinvented the logo of Superman's symbol, but at the same time, it honored a lot of important shapes to the symbol. Like Batman, right? For example, you know that there's some kind of pointy-eared bat that actually looks like a devil, not even a bat. And I think that's on purpose because Batman's like a gargoyle of a church. Maybe some crazy other stuff. Okay, this thing can't be too deep. That's what's screwing up the whole vibe of it. I'm gonna move this sideways so when I tilt sideways I can see better. I don't know why, it's just how my head is. But yeah, for example, here's the Superman logo. I'm gonna draw it real quick. Hopefully you can see. This is my favorite warm-up thing, the Superman logo. So something like this. I'm just not gonna stress it too perfect. So one thing that's universal with the Man of Steel logo is that it has this little corner up here where it's just like this little like negative space of a crescent moon. See, it's already like that too much. But anyways, see, when it's like that, that means the swoop is going to be that big. You don't want it that big, so I screwed up there. Man, this is a warm-up. Okay, let's just figure out how. Because one important rule here is that these things, side of a Kit Kat bar or chocolate bar or Hershey's bar, these always have to be kind of like the same or same length to each other. And then this goes a little bit low or something. So there you go. Again. But what I'm saying is that this little swoop there and this part and the bottom part and this part are usually universally a certain type of gap. Then whatever happens inside here is the style of the S. So actually, we're going to flip this, and I want to reuse the tape. I don't want to be, because it's only here for a little bit. It's not permanent like a... Actually, is any Scotch tape placement permanent? Like even for a present? Or a poster you put on the wall? Don't do... I mean, unless you don't want to worry... Unless you want to worry about working with the paint job, Scotch tape takes off. I recommend do push pins or a poster thing. But anyways, all right, let's go. You know what? There's got to be an easier way to do this. Let's do a triangle. And what if we cut off the sides here? Would that help it? Would that help it? Huh? Do we have success? It looks like it goes a little too far down. You see that? That doesn't seem right. Let's go higher. We're just looking for the inside spot. Anyways, traditional. Let's go. Traditional. Or iconic. S-Man. Logo. Logo or symbol, whatever, right? So what I was getting at is this little part is usually universal in both versions. Oh, that I like that. That one felt good. That one felt good. See, it doesn't go all the way down. Now, drawing universal, right? Oh, we got 4 comments. Pardon me. Who we got? Hey, I gave you a shout out earlier. What's up, my man? I'm good. I'm just finally doing this. I'm late. You're on time. You're on time, brother. Yeah, I'm warming up with my Superman logo before I draw my Superman political cartoon. Ooh. The S crest Zach had for Henry is very distinct. It's iconic. Oh, what's up, dude? I'm feeling touched and blessed. My bros are coming out. What's up, brother? I was just saying, like, the difference with the Superman logos. My favorite thing to draw to warm up, and also just a peace of mind, is the Man of Steel logo. I drew that at work. South Cali guy and Aries, my North Cali guy, you know. West Coast is in the house. We out here. Yes. For South Cali guy, man, I'll do this plug for you. Sell SnyderVerse. So, we're getting to... Now, what's... With the iconic Superman logo, here's the other part that's different from... Or, not different, but here's the main thing. It has this interesting swoop here, right? Where it's a bit of a square. Like a sharp 90-degree angle here. That's something I always found interesting. And then the curve starts here. Alright? And then it drops here. Ooh, this is already looking beautiful. And then what I liked about this is that this part is straight. See, I'm very mathematical when I look at pictures. I look at boxes, I look at circles, right? Haha. Let's get that on the stream right here for a bit. Sell SnyderVerse to Netflix. There you go. I saw an article that looked like but the only thing that broke my heart about the article was that they said something like SnyderVerse to be animated. Again, it has to be CG animated, you know, like freaking Final Fantasy movies, and have Zack Snyder directed like a live action. If we're going to compromise, which I am against, I want it live action, live action, live action, live action, live action. But if you go animated, that's the least worst of, you know? If it's drawn, it's not going to feel the same, man. I know, right? The face palms animation, that's painful. It's like, it's a compromise. It's a loss. It's a two-state solution. Free all of it, man. Let's go back. Restoration, man. So it would always have this curve here. I mean, do you think with all the crap we've been through, is a compromise the wisest thing? Otherwise, it's nothing at all. That is a deep question, you know? I really don't know how I feel about that. Exactly. Aries, you're a Snyder fan. He works best in live action. He could do animation. I think he could do anything he sets his mind to. But, all right, here's the part I kind of screwed up a little bit. There we go. Not too much, not too much. And then here's that swoop. Swoop, swoop, and then curves here. But what's interesting about the iconic one, they have this little circle, this little bop that goes all the way here. And before it completes the circle, it hits the edge. And then it goes here, curves a bit. All right, there's the classic Superman logo, more or less, right? The Avatar films are still some of the better CGI I've seen for a film. Yeah, I love James Cameron's Avatar. Mwah. Mwah. Oh, my buddy. Integrity. Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 is inevitable. Live action only. Animation makes no sense at this point. 10 years from now, maybe, but not right now. We will win. Ah! You always pump me up, dog. You always pump me up. See, I'm an old school. I mean, I never stopped loving that work, you know. I'm an old school guy for defending Zack Snyder since 2013. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you are too. I know that. You know what I mean? But it's weird. Like I was talking about politics earlier. When you have idiots in power, what can you expect other than a slap in the face in some shape or form? Even if they do the right thing, you know what I mean? All right, so this is the traditional iconic Superman logo. I haven't drawn this in a minute, as you can tell. So what I like that Zack Snyder, director, did is he made a rule, or when they were making Man of Steel, they made a rule where they were not going to do any hard, sharp edges. Everything is a curve. Everything is a curve. Now, that changed when we got to BVS, where everything because his belt buckle, Man of Steel's, it had more of a rectangle, not a square. So it went from oval buckle spot, where the buckle would be, to a rectangle. And his, see this? That got a little bit more straight edgy. Straight edge, Superman straight edge. Where's more curve? And I thought the curve was cool because for me, when you draw the curve, that it's easier to figure out straight lines for me. But a curve, that takes a little bit more intricate precision. Very, very subtle. But it's very smooth and nice. Oh, I gotta power this thing up, otherwise I'm gonna be screwed. And then once the drawing meter did stop, or the drawing cam, and people were like, what is he drawing? Ooh, my poor phone is overheating. I'm sure the insurance expired by now. So, now we go to Man of Steel, SnyderVerse. 'Verse. 'Cause, 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 logo. S-man, whatever. Now, we're going to do what I like to do to warm up. By the way, if you want to draw along, feel free. So, this triangle thing kind of worked, kind of. I didn't go all the way with the triangle, so we'll just try triangle. Triangles. Let's just see where we're going to put these. Alright, this is too far out. I don't like it. Let's do a little bit further out here. Maybe? I don't know what I'm doing. Shish. Hope y'all doing good tonight, by the way. I'm glad y'all showed up. I was like, oh man. Well, I suck too at drawing. I was horrible. I used to draw with the left hand. Then in it was like first grade, I sprained my left hand. So I started drawing with the right, and then I've been right-handed ever since. I don't know if that's a kind of left brain thing or whatever, but I started left-handed. I vividly remember that because it was traumatic. It's all good. Maybe you draw along with me, you can figure it out. I don't know. Or just hang out here. You know, I'm having a great time. I'm blessed you guys were able to spend some time here. If you gotta go out and understand, no worries. I'm pretty wrecked. If you rewind and hear my spiel about that, I am totally wrecked. But since I got my people here, I've been wrecked because I feel like I got 3 jobs right now. My content creation, which I'm not doing great at. No, I'm doing great on content creation. I just need to have a schedule. You know, that's what my channel keeps hurting. That and people like, oh, he's against governments killing children. I hate you, Kojay. Unfollow, or I don't want to hear that. Unfollow, or whatever. Makes sense. I don't know. Some people are horrible. But I need to be consistent. But I got the day job, content creation, other responsibilities. Oh, I just remember I have to do something too later. But finishing my web series, my film, that's gonna be everything to me. Whether it's gonna be a big hit, you know, you work on some with hopes that, all right, this is gonna be the one that really kicks my dreams into full gear, you know, and I could be up there with the other directors who are known to be great and have their work appreciated or studied or respected or loved. Hate's always going to be there, so I don't really care. Like a bad weather day, hate's always going to be there, so I ain't going to worry about that. I don't even listen to that. I used to. Used to screw me up. But if you listen to all the hate, it just kind of talks to your overthinking negative voice, you know? It's like, oh, your negative voice has allies, you know? All right, so I kind of did the diamond shape here. It looks like doing a triangle. Looks like this is equilateral. Math terms, if y'all don't know, it means all points are the same. Equilateral. This is kind of obtuse or something here. Obtuse is where 2 angles have the same degrees. Equilateral is all 3. All right, so we're going to do the Man of Steel one. So I said, what I like about the Man of Steel one, it honors the classic, but it gives it another twist. The thing where it honors no sharp edges. So if you're going to do the Man of Steel one, no sharp edge, no sharp edge, no sharp edge, no sharp edge. No sharp edge even here, barely. That's the closest it gets to a sharp edge. What it means is like a sharp point. So everything's got to have some kind of curve, you know? So we'll start with my favorite spot or beginning spot, because this is the one that doesn't really change too much. Go under here. Now we make that curve. There we go. Now we do the top part. I started doing this top part because I realized how I was doing it wrong for a long time. do that curve right here. Oh shit. Sorry, I'm trying to stop cursing. There we go. Come down here some more. I'm ignoring the rules. I'm just trying to make the shapes that make sense to me. Oh shoot! Sorry, I hit the camera. My bad. Now this is gonna go up. All right, this should have gone further. We can make it go further. There we go. That's nice. If we can make changes, why not? You know, this needs to curve a little bit more. Ooh, nice. Not too bad. Do a little curve here. Curve. Now, what I like to do, I like to make it go up a little bit more. Come down. And go here. Alright, that's too much of a swoop going up. So we'll just make the lines a little thicker to fix up our mistakes. So, already what's cool with the Man of Steel, Zack Snyder's one, this little curve here, which to me looks like a whale spinning, it kind of still honors this part. So that's iconic here. This is iconic here. This is totally different. Like this swoop area right here is totally different from this 90-degree angle and then this curve, you know? This little area right here, you gotta think negative spaces when you draw shapes, right? It goes literally like that. But then this space here, it goes like that, you know? Or even I've seen some versions where it goes down like that, you know? It's like a sharp teardrop. It's very interesting. Oh well, I was never talented in that regard. It's why I love comics and animation, seeing what the mind can create and put to paper to then become a brand, then become fans' favorite. That's beautiful. Hey, that is beautifully said, man. Everyone's an artist. Either you find the skill and then you fine-tune it, or you're an artist by appreciation. That's really huge. Art heals, man. I hope it does. I'm gonna draw sorry, like what, 43 minutes into the stream. Probably got another hour in me. I don't know, we'll see how long it takes, but I really want to do a political cartoon with Superman saving people. And if you already know what I stand for, all right, this part is not really Man of Steel right here. This part, it drops a little bit lower because the Man of Steel emblem is thicker. What I've been doing when I draw the Man of Steel, I've been honoring the thickness here with this part because I want to have the Man of Steel. Well, when I draw it, I like to make it look like it's close to the very iconic one, you know, from the comics. Because to me, for a lot of people, Tim Burton's Batman, or is called Keaton Batman or whatever. To me, that's Henry Cavill. He nailed it. He nailed Superman perfectly. I mean, Christopher Reeve did too. But the time, he's just stuck in that era. Kind of like how Adam West is stuck in his era. Michael Keaton looks like he could go on for a while, because it's the grittiness, it's the real worldness that he's attached to. Because you get the 60s TV series of Adam West Batman, and it's so tied to the spirit of the times to where it is stuck in that era. It's always going to be like, I've done the Adam West skin in Arkham Knight, and it's kind of weird to me, right? But yeah, there's a better Man of Steel emblem right there. And I feel like this could go higher, actually, now that I look at it. That's probably why it looks a little bit thinner. Like, this one should go higher right there. Yeah, there we go. And we can just color in the background, and then we'll get started with our political cartoon. I don't know how up to date a lot of you all are, or if you rely on me to let you know what's going on in the world. I will try my best. Congo is still bleeding, and the genocide is still continuing. People are being killed. I saw a new horrific video today of another attack they did on the people, and this little girl is sitting in the streets by herself, no family around, just bleeding out from the side of her face, coming all the way down. I'll cover it on my podcast soon. Might be today or tomorrow. I gotta see what energy I have in the tank, you know? Because I crashed, man. So yeah, bam, not too bad. A lot better than the first one. Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. Hope that wasn't too annoying for y'all. I can fix up this area, but hey, this is a lot better than the first one I did. So yeah, I love drawing these two symbols. You want to see an ass symbol? I'll show you an ass symbol. This is not an S symbol. This is an ass symbol. Right here. Right here. I know it was in the comics before, Kingdom Come Oya, but let's see. What is it? It goes here. 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 But here. 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 Something like that. You know what? That is a no. Don't go there. Is that literally what the symbol looks like? I forget. This is a reverse Zod symbol. Screw it. Alright. That one's kind of whatever. Alright, so let's get to the picture we're going to try and draw. Okay, I don't know if we'll get to coloring it now that I see the time. I got all my colors out and everything. Wow, that took forever. New paper. I just want to put it in place so y'all can see it. Alright, that'll do. Just a little bit of tape. I don't got a lot of money. Stick it, put it on. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, this little free track from StreamYard is... I've had it with it. Let's switch it up. Let's do the Fortnite music. Okay, so... By the way, I hope the audio is fine. Let me know. The interpretation that will last for a lifetime, and I say this with no disrespect towards Donner, Reeve Superman, but Man of Steel will withstand the test of time. Yes, I believe it will. See, Reeve Superman, it's tied to that era, that 70s, like post 60s, and I feel it got lost because it never really made the transition to the 80s. If you look at the 80s, I'm gonna go solo layout for this. Now, what really hurt Superman 4, and that's the first movie I saw in theaters. The thing with Superman 4 is that what was going on in the 80s, you know? What the 80s had that introduced to audiences was dark fantasy. Legend. I would say Empire Strikes Back to Return of the Jedi. Dark fantasy, even though it's sci-fi, they have a lot of magical sci-fi meets fantasy elements, you know, with like samurai and ninja types themes that they use in Star Wars. And did I say Legend, Dark Crystal, Conan the Barbarian 1 and 2 came out in the 80s. We got Tron, Ice Pirates, I think, was the 80s. I don't know if that was hit or not, but you get what I'm saying. Willow towards the end of the 80s, you know, 88, 89, something like that. So the thing is, what dark fantasy was bringing that people liked was that grit, that detail. It wasn't perfectly clean, you know, like a sitcom. And Donner Superman had that element. They needed that. Why? Because Superman was also a disaster movie. In the 60s and 70s, they had a lot of earthquake movies or whatever. I remember seeing a lot, and they scared the crap out of me. But they used a lot of earthquake cinematography for Man of Steel, Superman, because Superman had to deal with that. So they had to deal with a lot of miniatures. So when you have clean streets and kind of cartoony vibes with how you're drawing everything in each frame, and because they did shoot on location, that was very gritty in the background. Like Lex Luthor's lair had a lot of detail, a lot of books, wonderful set design. But outside of that, everything was very normal, clean, busy. Like the office was clean, but it felt like any other type of kind of TV drama sitcom of that time. It didn't really have a lot of grit like Jaws would have, for example. And Star Wars, which is 77, Superman was 78. Star Wars had a ton of grit, and I think that's one of the ones that pushed the darker, as real DC fans would probably call it, tone. And then you got a cleaner look. So in the 80s, when you get to dark fantasy, Tim Burton, being a dark fantasy director to this day, does Batman, and he's dark fantasy style. Superman non-dark fantasy style, it didn't keep up with, because it's stuck in that era. So I think that, and also Superman 4 was super rushed, super chopped up. It wasn't even 2 hours, it's 90 minutes. Its predecessors were 2 hours, and they took time to tell the story. And people love that. And they want to stay in the world of Superman as much as you want. You don't want the movie to end. So 90 minutes where people experiencing the film, and it ends, and you have 30 minutes, you're like, what the heck? All that money, you could give us 30 minutes more? Zack Snyder gave us 2 hours and 20 minutes with Man of Steel. Mwah, work of art. I love that thing. So I think when you have grit, and this is my personal opinion and study of film, when you have that realistic grit and tone, it lasts longer, because that's something you could relate to. That's something you could always go back to. The first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was very gritty, even the Ninja Turtles' teeth, they were like mine, all yellow and a little cracked, right? But then you get to Ninja Turtles 2, the teeth were clean. Like they went to the dentist. They had great dental plan in the sewers. And the eyes, it was like cartoony whites around, and then pure dark black, and it wasn't really textured with layers and all the details in the eyes. So that's something that I feel will be a slave of the times when you go so clean. When you go grit and try and be as realistic realistic as possible, I think that'll transcend time, and that'll be timeless a lot longer than something super clean and neat. Case in point, look at Sound of Music. Other movies made in that time that had a lot of grit don't feel like they could last longer. But you look at Sound of Music, it's super, super clean. Oh yeah, TNT is TMNT 1990 is great. I love that movie. It's still in my top 5 personal films of all time in comic book films. Hey, take it or leave it. I'm glad you swung by. I've been up and down, but I'm coming back to it. I apologize, because you've always been there, man. I'd say a shout out to you earlier. So thanks for cruising through. I'll be doing more of these. I just can't stick to a schedule right now when I'm working on my own passion project film, But the more you guys come through, I'll give you updates on how that's going. That's going to be amazing. I did my director's cut. Well, the whole thing's going to be a director's cut, but I did my cut of the first minute and 40 seconds. Chills. It took me one whole weekend, 3 days, to do a minute and 45 seconds. I don't know, because I'm editing in order, so it's just a lot. Anyways, thank you for being here, guys, and thank you for listening to me. Let's see what we say here. Superman 3 had the budget, but no heart. Superman 4 had the heart, but no budget. Yes! That makes sense. All right, so back to Is This the Plan? This is all going to be in pencil. I'm not even going to bother with ink. But we're going to do my first political cartoon. And once it's done and well, I'm going to post it on socials, and I hope y'all support it. If you don't agree with whatever I say, just be silent or something. All right, so we should do this in a box, because I like frames. Let's see. How low does this go? How low does it go? We should do it from the bottom because I want you all to see exactly what I'm drawing. I'll base it off of this. Okay. I love see-through. These things are always great. If you have a ruler, if you ever want to do what I do, or like what I do and do a traditional style before you go digital or tablet, see-through is great because then you could always not overlook, but you can see the lines that you've been doing. You can see where the rest of your drawing is and where you want to put the lines, you know? I think a good square would be good for socials. All right, so here's the plan. So we are going to draw Superman, Henry Cavill's Superman, SnyderVerse Superman, stopping a missile from hitting civilians in Gaza. There, I said it. And I'm going to be censored already. I've already been shadow banned. So you guys showing up really means a lot to me because it's helping me and fight the algorithm of prejudice and racism. Just so they can continue murdering people. It's not far-fetched. So, a Hellfire AGM-114 Hellfire missile. The Hellfire missile is family to air-to-surface and air-to-air guided missiles developed by Lockheed Martin. They are known for their precision strike capabilities, multi-mission versatility, and ability to target a wide range of threats, including tanks, bunkers, and helicopters. Hellfires use laser-guided system, allowing them to be launched from various platforms like helicopters, fixed-wing aircrafts, and even some ground vehicles. Key features to a Hellfire missile. Versatility. Hellfires can be used in both air, on ground. Okay, we already read that. Now, the Hellfire missile, we are now my SnyderVerse people, you saw BVS. They shot a Hellfire missile in the beginning because it was guided, right? So the Hellfire missile we're focusing on is the AGM-114K/M/N/R Hellfire. Correction. We're focusing on the AGM-114R9X, the Ninja missile. It is a variant that features a kinetic warhead with pop-out blades instead of explosives, designed to reduce collateral damage. Let's get a picture of this mean, ugly thing. Alright, so I'm going to show this to y'all without audio. And this is from SYG Design Works on YouTube. Oh, don't sweat, bro. Life got a bit lifey for me for the past month. I hope everything's okay for you, though, man. Just remember to take it one day at a time. I appreciate that, brother. Same with you. I hope everything's all right. All right, so I'm going to share with you what we're looking at here. So, this is the Hellfire missile, the Ninja one that we're going to be using that Superman's going to stop. So there you go. The AGM. Why won't it show? Oh, I got my other screen up here. Dang it. All right, let's do this. Let's switch to this. Okay, I guess, whatever. Let's do that just to avoid copyright stuff. Okay, so this is the AGM Hellfire missile. Now, that looks nasty, right? So, the Hellfire missile shot out from an aircraft here, It could break through anything, and then the blades are like freaking Wolverine. They will cut anything. That's how big it is to a common man. That's the setup inside, and it doesn't explode. And then the front part is where it can see essentially and go through stuff. All right. Oh, that's the logo of the people going through this. So the Hellfire will shoot like this. It's about that size, that weight. So it's the size of a person, pretty much. And it goes super fast. But let's see. Where's the part where it comes out? I want to see the final point right here. They've used this to execute some leaders of military groups. So what happens? The blade comes out. Yeah, that was used to eliminate Abu Khair al-Masri, and that's the extent of it. It was shot directly on him, and they killed him. So what happens is the blades come out, right? And as it breaks through everything, the blades will cut through anything that it sees. And, well, not sees, but anything in its way. There's also another one where the blades will shoot out. So, that being said, that's the missile we're going to be looking at to draw that Superman is going to be stopping. Why? There we go. Sorry about that. Why is your boy Kojay choosing this missile? Because you saw how nasty that thing is, right? That missile, those missiles had been fired at civilian targets. I saw, and I still have the footage saved, of the aftermath of one of those going through a place where elderly people, women, and children were taking shelter. And Gaza is 60% children before the genocide. That's a lot of children, and the death toll is crazy, man. The people who are burned alive recently, the amount of people who've been burned alive, 70% are children who are suffering from burns or have been burned to death. But this scene I saw after a Hellfire missile went through a civilian area was the most, I don't know, it's up there with the most horrific things I've ever seen. The bodies were just shredded and they look broken. You know, the bodies that were together, and there was so much blood everywhere, and there was like probably 5 people who were still alive but injured. How are you fighting a military group by doing that to civilians? Answer that question, you racist Zionists out there. Every time I present these crimes, I get no reasoning behind it. I get disbelief, or I get that you got to do it to kill out everybody because all the Palestinians are guilty. That's disgusting as AF, you know. AF, man. I can't. Huh. So, how good would it be to see Superman blocking that? So that's what I'm trying to draw. Gotta run, buddy. Finish watching and listen tomorrow during work. Great to see you, brother. Oh, thanks, man. Much love. Sending you love there. So, that's why I'm so passionate about drawing this. So, the thing is, you guys let me know. I was thinking of Superman stopping it, like this is Superman right here in the picture, blocking the missile, or he's from the side. I think if Superman's from the side blocking the missile, that'd be great. But how big should we draw Superman? And should we draw him flying into it, or is he standing there? I don't know. Now that I drew these lines, I kind of don't want these lines. I feel like they're limiting me. I might want to draw further from this. I wonder if I do a political cartoon, if Warner Brothers, Mr. Games John, get mad at me. Have me take it down. Won't that be telling? All right. So let's draw Superman first. I feel like Superman should be there, like he boom, flew down there like he's ready to stand in front of him. Because I think if he makes a stance physically in front of him, he's making a stance. You know, the fact that even a child's life is meaningless to them says a lot. It is, man. Oh, if any of you have been listening to my podcast, you probably already know I covered the part where some IDF soldiers are trained. No, part of their training, they raise a kitten, and then they kill the kitten at some point to show that they could turn off their mechanism of compassion and empathy and take a life, even as some cute and precious. Because I read an article and I was like, yo, this is a thing where they take the kitten's head and they snap it. And then they prove their loyalty and the strength. Then an article comes out, or another person who has a bigger following than me covers that story. It's like, these things are getting out. It's like, it's always been that way. It's disgusting. Anyways, today's Nazi Germany. No lie. All right, so if we have Superman here, we gotta make sure we establish his body shape. I think it should be here to the side. I do a little circle for the underwear spot right here. So the head's gonna be smaller. Or maybe I should just not think small frame. I should draw this as big as heck. It is insane shit, bro. It is. I'm trying to stop it. I don't know how. All I can do is protest and talk about it, so I'm gonna keep doing that. Peaceful, baby, peaceful. We're here to save the world. Save each other, man. We are the world. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start something. Alright, so you're not just seeing me. Okay. So I want Superman to be like, pow, you know, stopping this missile. Because he's Superman, he's like, Superman should be center right here. So let's just draw a little stick man. Stick man, these shoulders. So my stick man is really a long upside down triangle on the head, kind of like a Lego piece. There you go, his arm is out here. Now if I make it smaller, this is cool, I could get around the details. Let's do these little spikes for where the fingers are going to be. You know what, let's have Superman's hand here, where his hand is like, back people. Not like down in a fist. Like, I want to be like he's trying to protect the people behind. Like, stay back, behind me, I got this. And his cape should be flowing because he just got there or something. And then the missile will be over here. Now, one thing I found out about the Hellfire missile is that before impact, the blades shoot out. So the blades have to be already out by now, which is good because it's going to tell people who understand this missile what kind of missile it is. 6 blades, so one would be out here like this, one blade would be out here like that, one there, very good. Whew, this is already giving me chills. Like, could you imagine if Superman could like stop the killing? He would, you know. Alright, see, I got the muscle up here, so his body's going to move a little bit further back here this way. Unless we make his front here. Oh man, this is going to be tricky now. I might have to do pen just because I don't... You know what, let's have a curve, like more like, instead of like that, he's like, make it a little dramatic, you know? Maybe his head's looking down, because he wouldn't be looking directly at it, he'd be looking aside, so he, you know, with his speed, you know, he can make sure people behind him are safe, you know? Maybe let's do that. That way I could do a front. Now the head is too big. Alright, now we know where Superman's body is going to be. Let's start drawing Superman. Because we can move this missile back forward a little bit. So if that's Superman, let's do his shoulders. Alright, so as a political cartoon, I noticed political cartoons are like Sunday comic strips. They don't really go so deep, Dick Tracy detailed. Sometimes they do, sometimes they're very caricature-like. That's how you get when they do a caricature of like Joe Biden or Donald Trump, you know. It's like those little silly overemphasized features that you see at the street artists do with couples. And it's always kind of funny. I think this is going to turn into a straight up comic book scene, maybe. No, it's cool. Go Dodgers, man. Watching the Dodger game as well. They finally won it in the 10th against the Marlins. Yes! Go Dodgers. I'm just loyal to LA. That's all. Good news, bro. Yeah. No, it's fine. Watch your way. You know, I'm just rambling. Having the Superman experience here. So, if it's going to be simplified, I gotta see how much details I'm going to keep. You know, I might just draw, you know, my series, I might just start drawing a bunch of Superman saving people, you know? See, I feel this could be bigger, you know? But we'll see. This is my first political cartoon. I do always draw the underwear. Why? You gotta know where the legs are, and the booty, and the crotch, and all that stuff, in the center. The Tan Qian, as my kung fu master would tell me. My Sifu, my instructor, my teacher. Some people stay back, stay back. And then his cape is gonna be. I have this swoop going this way. Feel that. Or maybe I should be swooping this way. Pressure comes here. Whoosh. I don't know where the cape would be. Maybe it'd be this way, like he's just swung in. Besides, I don't want the cape blocking the people, so maybe we'll have the cape swoop this way instead. Alright, we got our Superman. How should I draw this now? Oh, let's get the emblem in there ready to go. See, when it's on a character, we know how to probably place it better. You know, to finish this drawing, I'll probably have to do another session. So later this week, I don't know when, not Tuesday, not Wednesday, maybe Thursday or Friday, I'm going to do this again where we can finish the picture because we need to get done soon. So we'll have a part 2 of this political cartoon. There we go. Looks kind of cool, huh? Wow. Not too bad, not too bad. So, stopping the Hellfire missile. Now let's ink the intricate parts. Notice again, I go to the Superman emblem. I like drawing Superman because it's another good reason to draw his logo. I feel like I should draw this bigger, but you know, I can take it to work and expand it maybe. Yeah, if I'm gonna do details, I should have done it bigger. Now since it's smaller, we have this struggle to maintain the details, but we only have so much we can do with the lines, you know. But as long as people get the idea it's a Superman logo, they know who it is. There we go. Let's do the eyes. I think it's going to have to be a little cartoony for it to register. Maybe a little bit anime. You can go a little Bruce Timm Superman. You know how they didn't really, he just had like no whites in his eyes at all. Hey, what's up, brother? Have a good night. Thank you for cruising by. Sorry for starting late, but I'll be doing more of these. I hope to see you soon, man. Have a good night. Have a good day tomorrow. Get some good rest. Thanks for cruising by, brother. I appreciate you. All the other brothers do too. And seeing the time, I can't spend too much time with this, so I'll be calling it a night real soon. But hey, if this is the first of what I'm gonna do, because I feel like I could do a bigger version of this. There we go. Let's get a little nose in there. Because since it's a political cartoon, it doesn't have to be perfect, you know? Just as long as you get the idea in there. Henry Cavill has this nice sleek hair about him. His Superman, I like it. He doesn't really have the Jerry curl, which is interesting. Very sleek back, which is cool. If he gets beat up, you can see the Jerry curl. Or I'll do a little sharp thing there just because he's. And I want to make sure that our Superman looks good all the time, you know what I mean? Because he looks good all the time. You gotta give it respect. All right, so there we go. We've gotten the political cartoon, and yeah. I feel like I could draw longer though. I feel like this picture should have been bigger, but we'll see how. This is our first one. Let's not get too discouraged or too picky to go, dang it, let's start again, you know? Let's avoid that. But it's cool if these things take off, like people get the idea, start talking, start realizing what's going on that's wrong. Maybe Superman can still save some lives. Instead of being healed by the Fortress of Solitude by the nurturing sunlight that hurts him somehow. I don't understand that crap. Like, they say we don't read comics. Does the director read comics? What the heck is that about, you know? Alright, that's not bad for the hand. We don't have to do all the fingers because his hand would be around the missile. And he'd be breaking it too a little bit, like squish. The fact that I'm picking a Hellfire missile is very, very specific to the crimes going on in occupied Palestine. So people know what crime I'm talking about, that need, or the gravity of the situation, you know? Oh crap, do spikes go out that way? Anyways, you get the idea. I'm also going to go harder with the political cartoon too, because I got some other ones in mind I want to do. They just keep coming to head. My brain, from my heart. All right, Superman blocking one of those. So far, so good. And also, this is going to give more love to our boy, our Superman. Oops, you gotta have good forearms, man. Come on, man, let's not do him dirty like that. Oops, I'm kind of screwing up with the fingies. Really hard. Fingers are hard. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Unless they're experts at hands. Alright, it's not too bad. Not too bad. Not too great either. I don't know what's going on there. Middle finger seems like an afterthought. You know, maybe we'll touch this up before it goes live. Oh man. This last hand. Oh, I saw what I did wrong. I should did more of the knuckles and then this area of the hand. I didn't do it. Yeah. All right. Well, this is the prototype to the actual drawing. All right. So this is a prototype. We're gonna draw the big one next time. Okay. Alright, I'm like whatever with the legs. I kind of want to draw these lines here first, though. And then he has his gauntlets kind of deal. Wristbands of some sort. Alright, there we go. We got Superman somewhat stopping a Hellfire missile. And then we're going to draw people in the background. So yeah, Secret's out. That's what we're drawing. Oh, he looks very slim here. Oh my gosh. Thank you, man. In fact, I don't know. It's probably not too hard. A couple hours ago, I flushed down something that looked better than that. Gun stuff. No offense to gun lovers, but take the offense if you like. It's good for you. So, it is late. I'm spent, but I'm glad I muscled through to get this out because we gotta continue doing this. I will do part 2, but I think I'm gonna redraw this now that I know where I'm going with it. I think, because usually, thank you, bro. Because usually, political cartoons are very, very simple, you know? So maybe I just gotta find my style of simplicity. Or maybe this isn't that bad, you know? Because, let's check out some other ones, right? All right. Okay, here's a good one. All right, so we're gonna remove this buddy. We're gonna go to this, and I want to share you my screen right here. All right, there we go. No, let's not do that. Let's do this mode. All right, so here we go. Look at this one. Here we go. Here we go. So, man, all these pop-ups. Oh my gosh, stop it. Guess these sites gotta make money. So here's one. Here's a good one. So as you can see, if you can look at the cursor, let's see if I can make it this bigger. This is a great political cartoon, very close to what I'm gunning for, aiming for. I'm not gonna use that term anymore. People who are labeled uncivilized, right? And then look at all these tanks coming in. See the drawings here? It's very thick, etchy, right? It's like just a quick gesture to get it in. Get the idea, because the shading here across the face and the proportions aren't really entirely practical. It looks like they got a better grip on hands, but look at the simplicity here of the fingers right here. That's something I tried to accomplish just now with Superman. But also looking at the line work, I mean, look at this plane. What's going on here? There's a little weird dip, and then these are quick shapes and quick drawings just to get the thing across, the message across. So this being said, if I'm going to do some political cartoons about my journalism of what's going on in occupied Palestine, I can see there's a lot of quickness, or it has this like cartoony vibes, like the early stages in Fortnite where all the houses were kind of like Roger Rabbit, kind of angular, not really a perfect door. Now it's more realistic perfect door. So looks like we lowered our expectations. Talks, not peace talks. See, now we got these gestures here. They look like they've been drawn very, very quickly, because I figure you need to get a political cartoon done in one night. You know what I'm saying? Or one sitting, so you get it published the next day. Because what political cartoons are doing is that they're reflecting and making a point or a perspective. It's either the truth, or it's propaganda, or it's one-sided, or it's telling the truth. It's a mix of things with political cartoons, but they're always telling, you know what I mean? So and they happen with what's going on in news. And when you see what's going on in the news, or especially things that are happening so fast, like killing so many people, that's something that needs a speed of getting the job done. But we're gonna finish this another time. Oh, did I miss you? Hopefully I didn't miss you. Hey, you're gonna have to call it a night, brother. Got work tomorrow, otherwise I'll be watching still. Have a great rest of your stream till next episode. Yeah, I'm actually wrapping it up because I got work tomorrow as well. But yo, thank you so much for cruising by, brother. South Cali guy, Integrity 101, Aries, take it or leave it. And the rest of the lurkers, I see you and I appreciate you. Yeah, now you see the goal of the project of what I'm doing going forward with the next episodes, and I hope to see you there. There's actually some other political cartoons that didn't quite I didn't see come up in the search. That I wanted to share and share. Show and share. Share and show. The accurate ones, you know? Some of these are very, very powerful. Caulfield, what is this? Gaza or Caulfield? Oh, I see. Okay, this is interesting. So, this is an international political cartoon, and it's showing people arguing at each other, but doesn't really show why. And this is actually a good depiction of how let's see, I think this is a decent depiction of how people who do not know what's going on see the debate, the protests. Like one is saying Gaza, like he knows, oh, what's going on with Gaza, and the other one is correcting and says Caulfield. So shows the things are moving around. The protests are hidden home for something going on in another world. Why care? Or maybe you do. She looks bored. The man looks interested. So that's interesting take on how people are seeing or being affected by it. Some have negative stuff about the Palestinians. What is this about? Here's one too. See how this goes. It looks like Trump, we're going to level the whole thing and rebuild it. Gaza will be a Riviera of the Middle East. But this is Western North Carolina. That's a good one. So this is an interesting realm I'm going to try diving into, and we'll see how it is. And then you're going to see the process here on my channel. I am also going to do other stuff, not just this, but this is the one that I feel is important at the meantime, because I do want to draw superheroes, but also want to be vocal of what's going on with what matters to me in the world, you know? I mean, innocent people are being targeted, and there's a political and a false witness situation to set that up, and I've gone over many times. So maybe this is a good time to share what I can do to help spread information, what's happening through my art. I don't know, but we will see. We are here to discover. We're here to get better, and I appreciate y'all for being here. Much love. Like and subscribe. You know, it helps me out. I appreciate it. And I'm gonna get some sleep. I wish you all a beautiful night. Thank you all for cruising by. Thank you for checking out the replay. And I'm back at it. I'm just gonna try doing more of it, and I will do other things too. I don't think I'll just be a political cartoon artist, because I do my storyboards, I do my other art that I need to do more of often. It's good for the heart, because man, genocide is going on, ladies and gentlemen. Holocaust today in our day and age. It's gotta stop, but Our government's in denial of who's the culprits because they're in bed with the culprits, so they're playing dumb or they're straight up dumb. But it's costing innocent lives on our dollars. That's not right. That's not what Superman would stand for. That's not what Jesus Christ would be about. Peace be upon him, you know what I mean? Anyways, I love y'all. Thank you for supporting me, and I'll see you next time. And I'll catch you later. Libre Palestina. God bless.